confirm if my screen is visible.
Yes, bhai.
Okay, right. So we were discussing about these different networks. Okay. So just because I put virtual in front of this, it's not going to change the course of action. It is still a LAN, right? Why are we doing it virtually? Because we have option. Who wants to put uh, like cables, different cables for every network, for every department, when you can have one single cables and just divide them virtually. So that is why it is used to called, or it is still called virtual LAN, VLAN. By using this, what are we doing? Uh, we are segregating the networks. Plus, this is not the only reason we have, guys, that why I want these networks to be segregated, that I don't want these to communicate with each other. What is the next reason comes to your mind? What is the other reason? What do you think that having different networks will help you?
Admin
We
work will
can
be
use
easy
same
to
private
identify
IPs
it.
for different departments.
Okay, admin work will be easy, fine. Sorry, what is the other one? Shaheen, you were saying something?
Yes. We can use same private IPs for different departments.
Uh, yeah, technically correct, but no one does that actually because we have a lot of IPs. So we'll come to that. And we don't do that because you never know when do you have that situation when you want these department to communicate with each other. Yes, segregate departments, correct. But how is it going to help in layman term? If you can explain, or I'll just explain. Let's forget it. Now, being an HR, I need access to Naukri portal, right? I need access to some YouTube videos. I need access to, let's say, marketing team. So we have marketing also, right? It's not only HR and everything. Uh, my HR team, it needs access to the Naukri portal. Why? Because they want to hire people. They want to download something, right? They want to have some trainings. They want to arrange some training. So they need access to other websites also. My marketing team, they need access to Facebook. They need access to Insta. They need access to YouTube, right? Their marketing team, they want to see what is in trend. They want to upload videos. They want to do it. My legal team, do you think my operations team, do you think operations team should have access to YouTube as far as it is not for their work?
No, there doesn't require.
Right? If it is not their business requirement, why should they have it? Right? Similarly, uh, legal and finance team, right? They are handling my crucial data. Do you think they should have access to Google Drive? Right? No. My HR team, yes,
No.
they should have access to job portals. They should have access to Google Drive. Why Google Drive? Maybe they want to upload some resumes, download some resumes, do whatever. I mean, whatever is the requirement as per their role and job, they should have access. Whatever is not there, they should not have any access. We are no one to decide. Maybe ops team will require access to Insta, maybe HR team will require access to YouTube, and maybe legal team also requires access to Facebook. We are not to decide that. But are you getting the point that every department may have different needs? So if I put them, all of them in one network, it will be very difficult for me to control this. Now they are in different virtual networks. It's very easy for me to using some firewalls and some NSG rules, which we are going to see later. Uh, I can allow Facebook, Instagram, YouTube here, allow them on this virtual network and deny them on this virtual network. Allow this Google Drive here, deny Google Drive everywhere else. It becomes very easy. Are you getting the point? That how it is easy uh, to administrator this. This could be the another reason why you require to segregate this. Is this point clear to everyone?
Yes, but
Okay.
Yes.
So this is the reason why we
yes.
have virtual LAN. Again, this has nothing to do with Azure till here. Everything, whatever we have been discussing, we were network, VLAN. VLANs are the concept from your on-premises. On-premises will have the cables and everything where your network engineers lay down the cables. Then they will do the VLAN, segregation of LAN, etc. This is still on premises. This is how it used to be done. इस तरह से होता था. Now let's come to cloud, Azure. Be it Azure, AWS, or GCP, everyone will have it. Difference is Azure calls it VNet, virtual network. AWS will call it VPC, virtual private cloud. Google also calls it VPC, virtual private cloud. Okay, but we are not worried what they are calling it. Concepts are same. So we are now talking about VNet. What is a VNet? Right. On cloud, let's say that this is my Azure cloud. Complete cloud I'm talking about. I have taken subscription as UT-Kloud. I have taken a subscription. This is cloud. Azure cloud we are sticking to. Right. Now I have taken a subscription here, UT-Kloud. Then maybe Tsoft, they have taken a subscription. By the way, what comes before subscription? Can I directly take a subscription under cloud?
So
Can I directly
we
go ahead
have
and
to
take a
take a tenant.
subscription?
No. Tenant is required.
Tenant. So let's say the upper layer is tenant, and then I have subscription or subscriptions. These are my subscriptions. Now, physically, are there any different networks? Are there any different cables? Are there any different servers? When I go to Azure Cloud, I'm using same server, same cable, everything. When Tsoft also goes, it is using same servers. When I request a virtual machine here, right? When I request a virtual machine under this subscription, maybe it is going somewhere on this server, which is a physical server of Azure. And when Tsoft requests, maybe that is also going on the same server. We have seen this already, right? You don't have that liberty where you can select the physical server. What you can have that, okay, I want a virtual machine. Where is it being deployed? Do you have that option? Did anyone of see what maximum
No.
option you have? Whether you want to have it in East US, West US, select the region. In East US, it should go to this particular region. It should go to this particular zone. It should go to this particular data center, this particular rack, and this particular server. Did you ever see that option? We have now created many
No.
virtual machines. No,
No.
right?
No.
So possibilities are there. In fact, it happens that two different companies, rival companies, can also have their virtual machine on one physical server. Now, just because they are on one server, should they see each other's data? I mean, will I be happy if Tsoft, which is in similar business like me, they are able to see my data and I am able to see their data? Will they be happy about it?
No, they won't.
No.
No. So to divide that, what we have done, what Azure has done, Azure has VNet, that is called virtual network. So anything which is in one network that is restricted to that particular network, irrespective of the tenant, irrespective of the subscription, and irrespective of your multiple subscriptions under one tenant. So for example, if I want to create a virtual machine, and if I select one virtual network to create, by the way, can I create a virtual machine without having a virtual network? You guys have created virtual
No,
machines,
No.
right?
no, we can't create.
No.
You
No.
can't.
No.
So
You
you
can't.
required a virtual network. So if let's say that you create a virtual network one here, or we are going to call it now VNet. This is Azure's term, VNet, virtual network. So use it, VNet. No VPC, no VLAN. VLAN, it was just for your understanding that how it used to work. Azure, the concept, the word is VNet. In your interview also, you will hear this VNet. Right? AWS is using VPC. We don't have to do anything with that. So this is VNet 1 under one subscription. Okay? Under same subscription, I have VNet 2. Now, if I have my first virtual machine under VNet 1, right, and I have another second virtual machine under VNet 2, they will not be able to talk to each other by default. Guys, understand one thing. When I was talking about what VLAN also, and now I'm talking about VNet also, I'm emphasizing on a word that they cannot communicate with each other by default. What does it mean? That if we want, and if there is any business situation, and if we want them to communicate, option is there. But by default, they are not able to communicate with each other. Clear, guys?
Yes.
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 So these two VNets, they are not able to talk to each other. They cannot. Even if they are in same subscription, if they are in different subscription, they can't. If they are in different tenant, they can't. Is this clear? Irrespective of that, same subscription, different subscriptions, same tenant, different tenant, whatever it is, virtual networks by default cannot talk to each other. Is this point clear to everyone?
Yes.
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 Okay. Now, under virtual network, what do we have? You guys were creating machines. So were you able to create machine directly under virtual network, or was there something else between a virtual machine and a virtual network? What was that?
Subnet.
Subnet was there.
Subnets. So if you have a virtual network, a VNet, let's say this is a VNet 1. You can't directly have your virtual machine on a VNet. What you will need, you will require a subnet. Now, a one virtual network, it can have multiple subnets. If you create it without naming anything, or if you don't even care about it, a default subnet comes. You must have seen that. You can have multiple subnets, subnet 1, subnet 2. Now, I have a virtual machine here. I have a virtual machine here. I have a virtual machine here. By the way, this isn't only for virtual machines. I told you that we will be talking about virtual machines, but it applies to all resources. It can be web app, service app, anything, storage, whatever we are going to read later. But for now, we are just talking about virtual machines. Now, my question is, can this machine from VNet 1 talk to this machine in VNet 2?
No.
No.
Can this
By
machine?
default,
Yeah, by default. If I have to ask anything extra, I'll ask. If I'm not saying anything, it's by default. Okay. Now this one, VNet 3. Can this machine talk to this one under TSoft VNet 4?
No.
No.
Okay. Now this is under one VNet. Any subscription, anything, imagine, fine. Okay. I have 3 subnets under that. Can these machines talk to each other?
Yes.
Yes, we
yes.
can.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's under same VNet, different subnets. They can talk to each other. And when I say that this machine under VNet, right, it is implied that there is a subnet. You can't have a machine directly under VNet. So it is implied that there is a subnet here also. There is a subnet. यहाँ पर भी एक subnet है. You can't have a machine directly on a VNet. So there is a subnet here also. And there is a subnet here also. So when I say subnets can talk to each other, by default, subnets can talk to each other. So it is implied that I'm talking about the subnets under same VNet. Don't confuse it with कि यार ये भी तो subnet है और ये भी subnet है. Then these can talk to each other. Can they?
No.
No. Why not? Because
No,
they are
no.
subnets under different VNet. But these are the subnets under same VNet. So subnets under same VNet, they can talk to each other by default. Got it? VNets,
Yes.
they cannot talk to each other by default. So this one, they can't talk to each other. This VNet, they can't talk to each other. Is this clear, guys, to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me show the same thing to you from the Azure perspective. I had created this, but I thought first I'll use Paint. It will be useful for you. This is a video. I told you, you'll get to see this many times when you start actually working, right? So here, if this is your UT-Kloud virtual network, what is the virtual network? 172.16.0.0. This is my virtual network's IP address. This is my virtual network's address space. Out of that, I've created one subnet. Out of that, I've created second subnet, third subnet. So now if I tell you that VM1 wants to talk to VM6, is it possible?
Yes.
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 VM5 wants to talk to VM6, possible?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
possible.
Yes.
VM3 wants to talk to VMA, possible?
No.
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 Why not?
Different
Different
virtual.
VNet.
Different,
Simple,
different virtual network.
different VNet. VMC wants to talk to VMD, possible?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
it's possible.
Right? This is default nature we are discussing, guys. There are concept of VNet pairing. We are going to come to that later. But default. So whenever I'm asking the question, if I'm not specifying anything, I'm asking default condition. So is this point clear to everyone? Now instead of VM, we can have anything here. So if I say that I have one storage account here, let me put one storage account. VM6 wants to access this storage account. Possible?
No.
Not
VMD
possible.
wants
Both
to
are in
access that.
different.
Possible? VMD, this one,
Yeah,
virtual machine
we
D,
can.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. Yes.
right?
possible.
So I hope you got the idea, you got the gist of it, right? Now, let's start talking about the virtual network and subnets. What is a virtual network and what are the subnets? So if I go here, I can create a virtual network while creating a machine, or I can create a virtual network first and then create resources later. So if I come here under virtual network, click on create. Let me open Paint. I'll explain one more time this to you. This is very important, right? You will have to understand this. We are done with the basics now, basics of networking, basics of VNet, etc. Now let's understand a virtual network. Let's say this is a virtual network in Azure, calling it VNet 1. VNet 1. Region. Have to select the region. By the way, this one, what if I tell you these two are in different region? Will they be able to talk to each other? This machine and this machine? These VNets are in different region. This VNet is in East US and this VNet is in West US. And now I'm saying I want VM5 to talk to VMA. Possible?
No.
No.
And
No.
what if they are in same region? Both of them are in East
Still,
US.
still
No.
they can't talk to each other.
They
So I
can't.
hope this is clear. Region, it has nothing to do with the basic fundamental of this. Same subscription, same region, everything is same. But the moment it's different VNet, by default, they can't talk to each other. So don't get confused. Your interviewer, I have literally faced this with one of my candidates. He was attempting the interview from here. He was just confusing him that I have VNet A, VNet B. both of them are in East US. Unnecessarily, he was emphasizing on that. I mean, it was his idea to judge the candidate. It was good one, not criticizing the interviewer, but I'm just telling you that it happens. It interviewer may sound, or it will uh, ask you twice. Are you sure they're in same region? Are you sure they can't talk to each other? I told you they're in East US. So no matter what someone says, make sure that you are uh, stick to this. They are different VNet. By default, they can't talk to each other. Simple. Clear?
Yes.
So VNet 1, irrespective of the region. Why region is useful, when to select what, we are coming to that. This is very clear. If I am creating this VNet, I'm planning to have 10 virtual machines in West US. Okay, and I thought let's create a VNet first. Virtual network, virtual machine बाद में बनाते हैं. Right? और I am saying virtual machine का task तो यार मैं अपने junior को दे दूंगा. VNet थोड़ा सा critical है. Let me create VNet. I'm planning to have 10 virtual machines in West US. And now I'm creating this virtual network. Am I going correct? If I click next and do the next things, will these engineers be able to use my virtual network?
No, if you are planning to create in West US, so you have to select the region in West US because the
Yes.
virtual network and machine should be in the same region.
Yes. So region, this is what you have to worry about it. Communication, same region, different region, two winners are not communicating with each other any point of view. But region, why is it useful? Wherever I'm planning to have my virtual machines, I have to make sure that I have my virtual network over there. I can't do this कि यार मुझको machines तो central India में चाहिए, VNet कहीं भी बना दो आप. Not possible. If you want machines in the particular region, your VNet should be in that particular region. Click next. Security, let's skip that. We are going to see everything later. Bastion, we have already seen. Firewall, वगैरह, we'll see that later. IP address. This is very important, right? Now, we have classes in IP address. I'll share that picture and go ahead and watch the recording, watch that video, please, so you'll get the fair idea. But just to understand, right? I'm using this class of IP 10.0.0.0. One thing. Now, can I use public range while creating the VNet?
No.
You
No.
can't.
Right? No one can use. I told you the public IPs are with ISP. They sell it, they rent it, they make sure it's not being duplicated. You can't type a number and say that I want this public IP. Not possible. You can tell them that I need one public IP, and for my reference, I will name it as my public IP. What number to be put behind it, you can't decide that when it comes to public IP. But what about private IP? Can I decide which private IPs I want to use?
Yes.
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 So
Yes.
let's go to that image again where we were looking at the IPs here. So what are the private IPs I can use? What is available for me?
10.0.0,
Look at this. These are the private range. I can use 10.0.0.0, 172.168.0.0, 192.168.0.0. These are the private range. Can I go ahead here and say I want to use 128?
No.
See, the moment
No,
I
no.
typed
No.
it gave me the error. The moment I started with this, not possible. It clearly told me not possible, right? So we can use either 10, 172, or 16. Now it depends. How will you decide which one to be used? Let's come to that. So let's say that if I'm using 10 series, or I'm using 172 series, which one? Let's start with 10. 10.0.0.0. So if I'm using 10 series, there are plenty of IPs I'm going to get, many of them. Okay. By the way, how many classes I have for private IP? How many classes do you see?
3.
3.
Three.
3,
ABC.
right? So if I use range 10, let me see if I have any picture which gives me the exact number that how many IPs I'm going to get. I mean, we can use calculator, but just looking for something handy.
I think it
So
would
here
be
it is.
class C.
Sorry, what was that?
Will be class C, which in which will get less IPs, usable
Okay.
IPs.
Yes. No, we're not talking about the less IPs. Okay. Here, class A, forget the public. Focus on private. Class A. If I am using class A, here for my HR department, I'm using class A. Class A IP address. What is the range? 10.0.0.0.0 to 10.255, 255, 255. Total IPs will be, here's the number given. This is the number. Do you think I have these many employees in my HR department? Just look at the number.
No.
Forget even reading it. Right? We don't have it.
No.
Next, class B. Let's say I'm using class B. And this is for admin department. Class B. What is the range of class B? It is from 172.16.0.0 to 172.31, 255, 255. What is the total number I'm getting? It's somewhere around
65,000.
65,000.
6534.
65.
Okay. Then I have class C. Let's say this is for my marketing department or finance department. Class C. What is the range I have for class C is 192.168, 0.02, 198, 160, 92, 168, 255, 255. By the way, this number will never uh, cross 255. The moment it is 255, it will go to the next. For example, 192, 168, 0.1, 0.0, 0.1, 0.2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then 0.255. So it won't go 256. It will come to 192, 168, 1.1. Getting it?
Yes.
Yes.
So for example, 192, 168, 0.0. If this is my IP, this is where my IP starts. 1, 2, last number I'm changing, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. And it will go till 255. So the last IP will be 255. The next IP, it will not be 256. It will be, if this is 255, the next IP will be 1.0. Then 1.1, 1.2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then again, when it goes to 255, what will change now?
192.2.0.
2.
Yes, then it's 2.0. And it will go till the time I 255, 255. This is the end of the IP address. That's what it is showing here. So I hope you understand. Similarly, 10.0.0, 10.0.0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then यहाँ खत्म होगा, यहाँ खत्म होगा. So maximum IPs you get in class A. But here, okay, I'm done with this. Fine. I have taken these many address. I used hardly 10 out of this, 20 out of this, 15 out of this. I'm okay. I have blocked YouTube here. I've allowed YouTube here. This is done. But do you think I have only 3 departments? Now I have my operation department. What should I do? Should I club them somewhere here? And the requirements are pretty different. My operations, they do want access to GitHub and Azure and plenty of things, which I do not want to share with anyone else. What do you think I should do?
Divide the IPs in subnet.
Yeah, aggregate the IP.
So even if I
So you can
divide them in
type in
subnet, how is it helping me? By the way, subnet is again Azure's concept. Again, here I'm again back to big core networking concept. So these are the classes of IP, guys. Class A, Class B, Class C. Got it? These are the classes of IP. Class A, Class B, and Class C. But when you actually work in the real environment, you work on classless IP. And in your interview, you may hear this term, classless IP. Do you have any understanding of classless IP? Do you have any understanding of CIDR? CIDR, CIDR. Let me show it to you. So they will ask you about CIDR as well. Classless interdomain routing. Now, what is CIDR? Let's quickly go ahead and check. CIDR, it's nothing. The moment you make any IP classless, then it becomes a CIDR. Right? Or if any IP has CIDR, it is a classless IP. Now, looking at this one, what do you think? Is it a class A IP or is it classless IP?
classless IP.
Why? Because it has CIDR. Now, what is CIDR?
Right.
CIDR is nothing. It's dividing your IP addresses. For example, if I go ahead and take this 10 IP, if I take this IP, 10 range, these many IP addresses I'm using. But do I really need all of them? No, right?
No.
I may have some study that, okay, my HR department will have, or let's say application wise, we're not going department wise, we are going application wise. So this application today, it has 5 actual servers. So if it has 5 servers, it may need some extra IP. So let's take 10 down the line, 5 years, it may double. Let's take 20. Then I may need some reserve IP for troubleshooting or something. Let's add more 10. So somehow I come to a number, okay, I need somewhere around 100 IPs for this application. Only 100 IPs. Or let's say 500 IPs. 500 IPs. So to use 500 IPs, if I use this CIDR, how many IP addresses am I blocking? 2,62,144. Do you think it's a wise idea to use 500? I should block these many IP addresses?
No.
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 So you go ahead here and check that where will you get the minimum IP. The bigger the number, smaller the IPs you're getting. So if
23.
your CIDR block is
Slash 23.
28, how many IPs are you getting?
16.
16
16.
IPs.
Is it serving my purpose?
No.
No.
27? No.
No.
26? No. But do you see how can you check this? 25, 128 IP address, somewhere
Yeah.
close. 24, okay, 256
Yes.
IP address, somewhere close. 23, 512
Yes,
IP
it was.
address.
5.
What is my requirement?
100.
Let's say 500. 100 hota, then I would have stopped here. Right? This is serving my purpose. Let's say 500. So is this suitable for me?
Yes.
It is.
Yes, but
Right?
not
Yes,
for
it
the
is.
future.
No, I've considered everything. I've considered the future utilization, everything. Today I just needed 10.
Yes.
Then I considered everything 5 years down the line, everything I considered, and then I came up with a number. Okay, after 5 years down the line, it won't cross 500. So then this is a good number for me as of now. ठीक है?
Yes.
We are going to read further concepts. तब हम देखेंगे कि why this is good or why this is not good. But as of now, just to understand this, 500 IPs are good. Right? Now, do I want to use all of these 500 IPs under one VNet, under one subnet? Do I want to do that? If yes, you go ahead here, make a subnet of similar CIDR. What is a subnet? Subnet कुछ नहीं है, बस it is a part of your VNet. You can divide your VNet further, or you can use it as whole. So if I take the same CIDR, 23, it's done. I'm using all my 512 IP address under this default subnet. Right? I can do it. Now, if I want to have one more subnet, do you think it's possible? I want to have one more subnet.
So
And why
No.
not?
We already have used
We
all
have
we have
IPs.
already
exhausted
used
the
the whole
address.
IP address.
Yeah. And why do you think I may need different subnets? Right? So let's not cover that today. We don't have sufficient time. Tomorrow, I'll again explain VNet and subnet. I'll explain why do we have different subnets. Under HR department also, I can have different requirements, right? So I want to segregate it more. I want to control it more. So I have subnets that out of these 512 machines also, forget departments. Let's say, uh, let's go back to 3-tier application, right? Backend, front end, database. We'll see that tomorrow. I think we are about to finish with our time. Just give me 1 minute. I think we are about to finish. I didn't get the notification, but we are about to finish. So let me stop the session, guys. See you tomorrow. Watch those videos, please. Right? And yeah, see you tomorrow at the same time. Just wait for a minute. Let me see if it is stopping.